Hi everyone, Bob Francisco here. As promised to you in my previous video on topics about writing a job description for general manager in distribution and logistics. As a preview, I said this job description was based on the Hay method standard and one of the requirements in doing the job evaluation. Last time, I talked about the role outline of the job description, which comprised of the job title, which is the general manager, job number, job code, location of the job, the division where the job belongs to, the line reporting, which the jobs reports to the CEO, the functional manager, immediate subordinates, date of effect, and revision number. I have also discussed the core purpose of the job, which specifies general one or a couple of statements indicating the real purpose of the job, which I said to drive the distribution and logistics business strategic plan, cost leadership, innovation, and pursuit of excellence in order that visibility and sustainability of the business are achieved. Okay. I also wrote 6 items in the area of responsibility, which are the business plan, financial plan, feasibility study, key performance areas, D&L resources, and innovation. I also wrote the corresponding success indicators in the right portion of the AOR. Now, I would like to continue writing next the activities of the job. So in the activities, I would like to put a number in this. Okay, the first one is I would like to say draw up a business plan. Okay, and concur. And concur with the CEO. Okay, second activity, agree with the DNL managers, of course. The goals and objectives. As head of the function, actually, the general manager should discuss all the activities, in terms of the goals and objectives with the DNL managers for concurrence and uh, clarification. Okay. And the third one would be monitor is going to do all these activities, right? Monitor key performance of DNL managers. Okay. DNL managers address issues, of course. Then address issues and make resolutions. Okay. Okay. Everything has to be discussed. Okay. In a meeting, uh, presided by the general managers, and the general managers will participate and will take part in the decision making, whatever the decision that's going to be made. Okay, the next uh, convene. One of the activity of the general manager is to convene uh, the monthly meetings, no? Okay, to review performance. All right. Actually, what is happening in the meeting, the which is the general manager is presiding, is going to review all the KPIs. Okay, all the KPIs and the progress of the action plan with the DNL managers, and make some corrective actions if there are things that needs to be addressed. Okay, so that is his job, the general manager. Okay, maybe we can say through the general managers, through the DNL managers, DNL managers carry out financial budget planning, carry out, okay, financial budget planning. Okay, okay, I think that would be enough for now. There are many things you can write in the activities, but uh, the GM has limited activities actually. Okay, he has more in terms of the area of responsibility, but some of the activities of the GM are delegated to the DNL manager. So I think 5 activities is more than enough. Anyway, when it comes to job sizing and getting the right size of the job, activities is not so important. What's important is the area of responsibility, especially for higher positions like general managers. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is job features, right? Okay. Okay, for job features, we'll be putting, okay, we'll be working on the job dimension, okay? For the dimension, we'll say annual volume, for the distribution of products. Okay, I think I'll just leave it blank here. Sorry, should be shift. Okay, in terms of volume. Then maybe annual total distance, right? Total distance. In terms of kilometers, in kilometers, which you would say kilometers What? Why is this is not accepted? Not in the dictionary, at the dictionary. Kilometers. So, uh, for the DNL, for the distribution of products, right? Say DNL. Then maybe another one. Total space, because logistics is one of his responsibilities, right? So total space requirement. If the GM doesn't have the space yet, then he has to propose a space, um, do the feasibility study of the warehouse, as I say, as we have included that in his area of responsibility. So he has to propose it to the CEO if he needs a warehouse, a space warehouse, where he could stock all his products. Maybe the inbound warehouse for the incoming raw materials, and then for warehouse for the finished products. Okay, so he needs to calculate the spaces that he requires for these products or materials. Requirement for product storage. Okay, I forgot here the blank space. Okay, so here you put the distance in terms of kilometers, and here in terms of square meter space, right? What's next in job dimension? Because job dimensions is about quantifiable job features, volumes handled, revenue, budget, budget size, number of subordinates. Subordinates means head count of the manpower complement, number of suppliers if required, number of customers served, and other variety of functional areas handled. Okay, so we'll say annual total volume of products. This annual total volume of products, he will get the forecast from sales division, so that he'll be able to prepare a business plan for the distribution and logistics. So annual total volume of products to be produced by manufacturing, and also, of course, to be delivered by the DNL to customers. Delivery of finished goods, and the also the delivery of, or the picking up of raw materials from supplier to inbound warehouse. So, of products. Okay. That is in terms of requirement, okay, of the space also has to be, uh, or in terms of metric tons, the volume of products. Okay. And next would be total headcount. Okay. He needs to plan the total headcount, how many employees he needs for the DNL. Okay, you need, for example, you need supervisor, warehouse supervisor, you need transport manager, you need transport supervisor, you need stock controller, you need warehouse operatives, you need forklift operators. Okay, so many guys, so many jobs working in the warehouse, in logistics, in transportation. Okay, he has to plan all these jobs that he requires. So he needs to develop a really working job organizational structure. So we'll say total operational, no, and overhead budget in terms of what? In terms of Philippine peso, right? I just put it blank here. So it's just up to you how much he's going to plan uh, to be able to operate the distribution and logistics. Maybe in terms of customer serve, yeah? Okay, customer serve. Okay, you just don't forget other important things that you will include here, because the job evaluation, to get the right grade of the position, you need to have all these things, because in the Hay method job evaluation, these things are considered, and it goes to the accountabilities of the position. Okay, because job evaluation categories include the technical know-how, number one. Number two is management breadth. Number three is accountability. The freedom to think environment. Okay, freedom to think, and also his level of authority in spending all this money resource. Okay, so that would be the job description, the dimension of the job description. The next is the job context. Okay, in the job context, you'll just say maybe what, location, because here circumstances characterizing the job in terms of working hours, location, stress, physical conditions, and resources available. Okay, so location is one of them. Maybe his office is in head office. Okay, then what the GM does is he's just visiting the location of the warehouses, the transport offices, etc. So that would be, but his office is right in the head office. Okay. So we have to specify here, for example, the working hours, because we need to say, let's say, for example, his working hours is like 40 hours a week. Some people are working 48 hours a week, but some executives like the GM is only working 40 hours a week. Thus, he has Saturday and Sunday as his rest days, right? A week. Okay. What else you would put here? Okay. So you could put in terms of the stress, in terms of the resources available. Maybe we say resources. We can say resources is like uh, car, car provided by the company, right? Provided by the company. So he's not during his during his working hours, he's using company provided car, right? He's not using his own car. So okay, if he's using a company provided car, then the fuel, the gasoline also will be provided by the company. So that's how it works. Or maybe say computers, no, desktop computer, just one, or maybe laptop. And also companies are also providing the iPhone or the cell phone, mobile phone. Okay, these are the things provided to him because it's essential as general manager. He'll be able to do work, virtual work. Like maybe he's in the airport terminal. He can still do his work. He can still do his reports or whatever. So he can still do it, doing virtual work, especially now in during pandemic time. Uh, Everybody are always working from home, right? So that's okay. The computer will be placed in the head office, but the laptop and mobile phone, he's carrying it all the time. So anything else? Just think about anything else you can add here. Then, in terms of key relationships, internal, superior, okay, superior. We will also, although we have already specified it above in reporting, you can also do it again here. Can also write it again here. Superior is CEO. Okay. Uh, Peers or colleagues, right? Uh, Other GM. Let's say GM of operations, right? Or GM for HR, HR general manager, or GM uh, sales and marketing. Okay, this kind of GM and many other GM also. Always interacting with HR of GM operations because the manufacturing is located in operations of the business, and also in terms of the sales and marketing because you know the usually the responsibility of the DNL is to deliver all the products, actually not to the consumers or the customers, but deliver the products from, let's say, from plant to depot, no? Okay, that is the responsibility of the DNL. But from depot to customers like supermarkets, hotels, public markets, that is already the responsibility of the sales and marketing division. Okay, so that is the general setup of some uh, manufacturing companies. Okay, or FMCG, fast moving consumer goods type of companies. Okay, so what's next? We have to specify here the subordinates. What you do is you just indicate here the direct one, no, the direct, let's say, DNL managers, okay? Only the direct reportees, managers. If there are positions aside from DNL managers, you can also put here as long as they are direct reporting to the GM of DNL, okay? So we finished doing our key relationship. Now let's go to what's next? Qualification. There are two qualifications here. It says essential and desirable. Desirable, you don't have to, this is optional actually. You don't have to write anything here, just the essential. But if you want to write something here, then you can also do that. But this is desirable. The essential one is the most important one. So let's say, for example, master's degree, right? in, say, in business. It's up to you what educational background you prepared of this job. It's up to you. Okay, depending on the condition, the situation of the business, what kind of business you're having. So, yeah, if you want an engineering background, you can also do that, right? Anyway, when it comes to job evaluation, if it is a bachelor's degree, all kinds of bachelor's degree will have the same score when you are scoring a job uh, from the perspective of the Hay method job evaluation. So it doesn't matter as long as they are the same master's degree or bachelor's degree. Okay, doesn't matter. All right. So administration. Okay. For the purpose of recruitment, there are sometimes there are scarcity in 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 the labor market. So you don't want to, stick on the business administration. You can say or related, right? Related. So you have options, no, to go for other educational background. Not only you're not only sticking to the business administration, okay? Or you can also say, if you want, you can say diploma in distribution and logistics. This background or qualification has an advantage. Why? Because directly, okay, directly, the studies is all about distribution and logistics, and and the job will be handling distribution and logistics position. So if the candidate, if you're recruiting one and the candidate is having a diploma in distribution and logistics, that would be an advantage actually. You can put it in essential or you can also put it in desirable. It's up to you to decide whether you want it essential or you want it desirable. Okay. Let's say you want PhD, right? Okay, sorry, PhD, just desirable, but it doesn't matter. What's important is the essential. Now, when it comes to job evaluation, they only consider the qualification in the essential. Okay, because the first part of the job evaluation is the technical know-how of the job. So part of this is qualification and experience of the job, not the person. The Hayes method is not evaluating the person or the incumbent of a position. They are always evaluating the job itself, not the person. Okay, so whatever is stated here, this would be the basis of the evaluation, the essential, not the desirable one. Okay, but you can also do this because if you are doing recruitment, okay, the recruitment manager's recruitment is always basing it on the job description. Okay, and let's say for example there are candidates, potential candidates. Yeah, he is shortlisting. Okay. Okay, of course, if the candidates are having PhD, they are advantaged, but that is not actually required essentially of the position because it's only written on the desirable. So they get advantage over the other candidates because he got PhD. All right. So the next one would be experience. Maybe you can say at least 15 years. Or you can say you can change this word from at least to minimum. If you put minimum, then the recruitment manager would always go for the minimum, okay? Because it is stated here minimum. Okay? It can go higher but not lower because the job description already said minimum, okay? Years, minimum years. Okay, this is essential again, experience. Experience in FMCG. Huh? So the person has experience in fast moving consumer goods. Okay. We can also say slash distribution and logistics. D, okay, that's not D, that's S. D and L. Okay. We can also say in which, okay, why is that not accepted? Huh? Okay. In which 10 years also in management, right? Okay, in management. Is managing resources, experience is 10 years in managing resources, right? Okay, management is a manager for 10 years in managing resources, organizational resources. Or it's also a plus when you say in a multicultural environment. Okay? Okay. But you don't have to do that if you want. You want, meaning the management breadth is much at an advantage, no? If you are having an experience in uh, management in a multicultural environment. Most of the Fortune companies nowadays, no, most of the multinational companies, they are already they are already having multicultural environment. They are hiring different nationalities, managerial position and technical position. Like for example, in IT, we are now hiring many kinds of nationalities like India, from Singapore, from Taiwan. Okay, so your company will become a multicultural working environment. Okay, so here desirable responsibilities. You can say experience also. Experience in DNL, right? Yeah, you have experience in DNL, distribution and logistics, in various country, but this would be desirable. Okay, understand? Country distribution chains. Okay, you can say that, meaning even if you're not working abroad, but you are dealing with distribution supply chain management. Okay, which you have to deal with various DNL companies in abroad, because you are doing maybe importation, you're doing many things, okay, which you need to deal with various logistics operations abroad. Okay, okay, that would be our experience, the qualification and experience. This is what you call, this area is what you call person specification. Okay, the next one is the competencies. Very important for a GM in distribution and logistics. Okay, he should have all these competencies in order for him to be able to carry out his work effectively and efficiently. Okay, this will always me in this competency. I will just say okay. say business acumen. One of them, one of the important uh, critical competencies. Competencies are comprised of like knowledge, skills, and attitude, and behavior also. Okay, in terms of technical competencies, operational, managerial, human, and cultural requirements. Part of this is the leadership, no competency, communication competencies, leadership, listening, communication, human relation, interpersonal skills, things like that. Very important for for a GM, his communication skills, right? Next one would be people skills. The GM should have the people skills. What else? It's a communicator. He should be able to get the message across, and is also good in terms of receiving communication. So he's a communicator. What else? Influencing. He is an influencer. Okay. GM should be an influencer. He should not be timid. Okay. Or a shy person. Otherwise, you'll not be able to have these competencies. And we add also negotiation skills. Actually, some managers are attending seminars about negotiation. Some are attending interviewing skills seminar. Some are attending negotiation skills seminar. Okay, there's so many seminars that you can, like, for example, assertiveness, no? Assertiveness seminar is also important for GM to attend. Okay. A GM should be assertive because he's doing negotiation. All right. What else? CRM. What is CRM? I'll just put CRM. Customer relationship management. Okay. Knowledge on what? Business. Risk. The GM should know how to do carry out business risk in terms of likelihood or likelihood of the incident, right? Okay. So that would be the risk management. Okay. Able to manage all the risk of the business, right? Okay. Maybe you can say strategic planner. Maybe doing business plan, long-term plan, 5 years plan, 10 years plan, or even 15 years plan. So he should be a strategic planner. Okay. If he's a strategic planner, he should also be a good computer. He should have good computer skills because he'll be using the computer to do his planning activity. Okay. What's next? Maybe we can say decision maker, no? Very important for the guy who has a decision making competency. And problem solving. It should be good in terms of the doing analysis. You can add more if you want to, but as for the sake of this training, I think this is enough, right? So just look at the job analysis. What are the things that you would need for a competency for a general manager in distribution logistics? So this is the last of our discussion. Okay, I think you already have it. You just review this and you try to you know, get ideas from this draft, and maybe you can also do other other job description. Me, I've been I have you know, more than 20 years in human resource, you know, uh, part part of my experience also human resource as a training manager, as a health and safety manager. So I got used to uh, you know, writing job descriptions, especially the managerial positions like production manager, engineering managers, logistics manager. You know, I've been doing this activity for quite some time already, so maybe I get used to it already. So I think you can do your practice. As they say, practice makes perfect. So you just try to, you know, try to develop some job descriptions for different positions. Okay, so that's it for now. Until my next video, thank you for watching.